Before we begin, this podcast is proudly brought to you by DubaiView, your boutique luxury real estate partner. We deliberately keep our family of clients small because we believe in building relationships, not just closing deals. If you are looking for your dream home in Palm Jumeirah, Emirates Hills or Dubai Hills Estate, we should talk. Head to our website for a free consultation. Let's find your perfect Dubai home together. Now back to our conversation. Welcome back to another DubaiView episode. This week joined by Calum White, all the way a Scottish entrepreneur from Scotland to UK. He set benchmark in the Dubai real estate market. He started as a small real estate company, and he could proudly say now he have more than 300 agents, owner and founder of White & Co Real Estate. Thank you so much for having you here.
Thanks, Manu. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a great journey.
Yes, I saw it, and it's insane what you did in the past years. White & Co is not existing that long time, so that's why I could say you are now a prominent figure in the Dubai real estate market. And my first question would be, why you decide moving from UK to Dubai?
It's a very interesting question. It's a good question. One of the things that I find is quite prominent in most places, actually, is that it's not about how good you are at the job. It's usually about how long you've been doing it. And I find the UK, well, where I'm from, is very set up that way. It's set up for people that have been at a job 10 years. It doesn't matter how good you are at the job. Just if you've got 10 years experience, you just slowly move up the ladder, up the ladder, up the ladder. Whereas what I wanted to be part of was a place that was about performance, not experience. You know, how many people do we meet that you go, how long have you been doing it? And they go 10 years. And you go, oh, okay, how's your billables? How's your performance? How much money have you made? And then suddenly everyone gets a bit quiet. Whereas I really like the Dubai market, or I really like the way Dubai does things, because if you do not work hard, if you do not perform, then you won't move through the ranks. And I don't think Dubai is set up that way. I think Dubai is set up for winners. And I think the UK is set up to keep high performers low. You know what I mean? It's to keep people who, example, if you're 20 years old, it's not about how good you are at selling properties, but you've not been doing it long enough. But if you're doing the best, you should get the chance to move through the ranks.
Totally agree. And what sets your, let's say, limitations or frustrations in the UK market that you said, I'm looking to move somewhere else?
No, I mean, my biggest limitation, again, it comes back to what I was saying there. It was just being held back by the corporate structures. Like in the UK, talking about money is very taboo. You know, they don't want to talk about money. I've just been in the UK there, and I'm trying to get people to open their eyes to saying that you're doing very well is great. Like in Dubai, you look at you know what it's like in real estate. You look at the sales board, you see someone doing amazing numbers, and it makes you excited.
Yes.
Whereas in the UK, if someone does a big deal or someone closes something, it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it because it looks like I'm bragging.
Yeah.
But it's not about bragging. It's about being proud of your achievements, proud of your accomplishments. And again, if you and your company can't be proud of your achievements, who will? So I think that it's just the UK for me. And many places, actually, they're not built for entrepreneurs. It's not built for people who want to do better. It's built for keeping you as an employee.
Yes.
And keeping you so that you cannot have financial freedom.
Yes. This is what I said the last time as well in the podcast, similar to Germany. In Germany, if you're a successful real estate owner, you cannot drive with a nice car like in Dubai to your clients making a viewing, because the German mindset, or not just the German, the European mindset would be, what, he's driving with a Porsche, with a Ferrari? I will not purchase a property with him. He already got too much money. Why I should purchase from him? So it's crazy, and it sounds weird, and I hear it multiple times in the past from my father, who said, don't wear this watch, don't drive this car. If you have client viewings, go with this car. Who I say, for what? For what we are doing all that things if I cannot show what I have? And Dubai is totally different. If I would drive now with a normal car to a viewing, the investor would say, this guy never closed a deal. I will not purchase with him because he don't have experience.
It's so true. I mean, you can't turn up to sell a villa on Palm Jumeirah driving a car that isn't a nice car.
Yes.
I don't care what car it is. You don't care what car it is, but it's just the mindset over here. It's not to show off, but it's like, why would you be?
Yes.
Why would you not have a nice car if you were selling these properties for 50 million dirhams, 100 million dirhams? because the money is relative. A normal car is for someone who is making a normal earning.
Yes.
So if you're making a massive earning, then a better car is just normal to you.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's all relative. But yeah, it's the mindset of Europe or in many other places is, I don't want to give that guy money. He's got too much. Instead of thinking, that guy's got a nice car, it must mean he's pretty good at his job. And if he's pretty good at his job, that means he can help me.
Exactly.
Which is, it's the wrong way to think.
Exactly. Totally agree with you. And many people, especially from UK, are talking they would love to move to Dubai, but in the end of the day, they doesn't. What do you think? What is the problem behind that? Is it more a mindset thing?
It's tough. I'm not going to pretend that, you know, especially to move it. If you're talking about moving to real estate, you're asking someone to take, in the UK, there isn't jobs that have no salary. So it's very hard to find a job that has no salary in the UK. So therefore, you're going to take a jump into a new place like Dubai with no salary. It's tough to do, but more and more people are doing it nowadays. So jumping into real estate, I understand why people can be scared. And I also understand that the UK media doesn't make Dubai look as good as it is. I know what this place is like. I've lived here for 10 years. It's the best place in the world. Yes. But I also know that to someone who's never been here, they are fed a lot of information saying it's not this, it's not that, it's not this, it's not that. Yeah, I mean, I would say to them, get some savings, come over here, and especially if you're relatively young. I mean, most people who move to work for me are between 20 and 30 years old. If it doesn't work out, go back to the UK. Yes. At least you've came and tried it. But if you don't try it, the amount of people that I have over there that go, oh, I wish I'd came over 10 years ago. I wish. Don't have an I wish. Say you did it and it didn't work out. That's cool. But don't sit there for your rest of your life going, what if?
In the end, you have nothing to lose. This is the nice thing. Again, back to Europe. What you have to lose if you don't have a family, if you don't have kids, if you don't have that much responsibility to say, I take my kids out of school, I bring them to Dubai, I have responsible to put food on the table, and you're just a single bachelor. So what you have to lose? You have just a responsibility for
yourself,
you. But in the end of the day, if you succeed, you could say, wow, I did it. If you never tried, maybe if he's 40, 50 years, you say, man, I could had the opportunity in the past, but I didn't took it. That's absolutely true. Coming back to your real estate company, White & Co., what gave you the decision to open White & Co. Real Estate?
It's a really easy and simple answer. I worked for, I think before I opened my own company, I worked for 6 other companies. Some of them good, some of them not so good. Some of them have things that I liked in them. Some of them had things that I don't like in them. I just looked at how I was treated as a broker, and I said, if I do this and open my own one, I could treat people way better. When we talk about people moving their entire life over to Dubai to work in commission only, I think that the people who work there should feel like they're appreciated. I feel like the people who work there should feel like just because they've had a bad month doesn't mean we forget about them. I simply opened White & Co. to be a broker's brokerage. It doesn't mean that, you know, it doesn't mean that they don't have standards that they need to fulfill. You need to be in the office on time. You need to be dressed professionally. You need to make sure you're conducting yourself the right way. We give brokers a platform to earn life-changing money, like a lot of companies, but also treat you well while you're doing it. And I think that's really important. I want to see people at our company thrive. And I just know how hard it is out here as a broker. And anything we can do to lighten the load is what we should do. You don't just work for White & Co., you work with us. Does that make sense?
Amazing. Yes, it makes sense. And you scaled very fast. So I guess your journey was with 8 agents. If I have the right information.
Yeah, so it started with 8. We're now, you said we're now 450 employees in real estate. And of that, I think it's 350 agents now. So 100 are salaried staff. That would be admins, conveyancing, mortgages, the management team, a lot of good people, marketing. I don't want to forget anyone, property management, holiday homes. You know, a lot of good people in there that help us do all the things we do. And then that would then move on to about 350 agents with around about 220 in sales and about 130 in leasing, which is again going to continue scaling. There are still companies that are far larger than us, and there's also a lot of business that we're not doing because example, when we have a team and someone goes like, oh, team's getting pretty big now, and I say, well, did we sell every property in the marina? No. Did Allsop, that, whoever else, all the other companies, did they sell properties? Yeah. So if we didn't sell them all, then there's still more space for more people. And I just think it's a really important time right now, especially with the pace that Dubai market is moving. We have brokers just coming straight over from the UK and going straight into sales and doing very well very quickly.
Well, what I like from your real estate company, because I'm seeing it as well through listings and Bayut and Property Finder, if you guys are focusing on one area, I say every time, White and Co is like a mafia. If they are focusing on an area, it's owned by them. It's very hard to enter into that market.
That's true.
And that's what I like. And me as a CEO and founder having as well a real estate company, sometimes someone on outside is saying, oh yeah, it's very simple. No, it's not. I have not that much. I have 12 realtors and it's feeling already hard to handle 12 realtors. Was it your plan to grow that big, or how you manage everything? Because I don't know. I feel it with my 12 agents. Everyone want to have something for you. For me, was every time important to give, how you said, you made your experience in the past with the real estate companies. I did it by myself. So I said, no, I don't want to get this. I want that they have my philosophy, my mindset. And this is how we are growing with the real estate company. And I want that they are near to the CEO and founder, that they can work how my mind is working and how I'm working with my investors. And this already is bringing me in struggle, because you have to take care of your agents. The agents is coming with 100,000 questions. Then you have your own, investors.
Yeah.
Then you have all that stuff, what no one is seeing behind marketing, how you say it, payments there, payments here, back office. So it's quite hard. Imagining I should do it with 350. I think I would have today a heart attack.
I think the easiest thing to say there is you have to find good people, because the person who runs my real estate company when I'm not there, Neil, he's our managing director. Sorry, I say when I'm not there. Even when I am there, he's amazing. But Neil has been with me since the day we opened.
Nice.
And between myself and Neil, we have a culture, we have standards, we have certain things that we're building through the entire management team. So therefore, someone might want time with me, but they might get the same answers from Neil. And now that we have trained the sales directors, they will now get the same answers from the sales directors. And then the leasing directors, they'll get the same answers from those, because across the management team, we've all sat down and said, right, if this happens, what should we do as a team? This is the answer. And then we can all sing from the same hymn book, we call it. It gets tough. And listen, I'm not going to pretend that every single person in there, listen, when we had 10, 15, 20 people, I answered every question. There's no problem. But to scale the business, it's not possible. It isn't. To scale the business, we had to grow it. And, I looked at the other successful businesses in Dubai, the larger estate agencies. Doesn't mean anything smaller is unsuccessful. I just mean the ones that were the biggest and most well known. And I said, how have they done it? How can I replicate that, but doing it our own way? And that's all I've done. I've not tried to reinvent the wheel. There's nothing in our business that any other business doesn't have, apart from people that treat people nice. This is the whole thing. Some people think they must be doing something different over there. It's honestly not. People work really hard at our business and people treat each other really nice. That's it. It's not, there must be an AI thing, or it must be this. It's honestly not. So yeah, but also just to be clear, I have almost zero stress. I have zero stress. My guys who look after the teams, they would rather try and deal with almost every single thing and only come to me as a last resort. So, and that's not me telling them to come to me as a last resort. They just want to fix things because they know that's their job. It's tough, but it's interesting.
Amazing. And you was scared. For example, I talked as well with multiple big agencies, and what I saw from my past was, okay, there are some agencies that have 1,000 agents, 1,200 agents. But if you're looking deep into the details, out of this 1,200 agents, you have 300 agents, they're killing it.
Yeah.
And 800 agents, you're just paying the visas, marketing, they are complaining, leads are not good, this is not good. Who I'm saying, how is it possible that the 300 agents who's killing it have the same leads like you have, and why they are succeeding, you are not succeeding, so you have to push them. Do you feel the same in your real estate company, or how you qualified the people who's working for you that you don't get these issues?
No, absolutely. So I like to look at it as a 25, 50, 25. 25% of my brokers kill it. They make unbelievable money, okay? 50% of them are average to good. An average broker in my mind is 100,000 dirham per month, okay? So 100,000 dirham per month, that means 50% of my brokerage are going to do 100,000 dirham per month. And then 25% are either going to be with the business and we're going to have to continue training, or real estate is not for them and they will leave at some point within the next 6 months. So that's kind of I call it the washing machine. They go into the washing machine, we keep trying to clean them, they either become good or they eventually leave. And that's just the way it goes. I always explain it to people as, I don't know if you're a football guy, but as far as a football club. So what football team do you support? Do you support any?
Juventus.
So Juventus, they have an amazing academy for football players to go through. So, but they don't go straight into the first team.
Yes.
So they have to, and they don't only hire, or they don't only bring in 11 players per year. They bring in hundreds through the academy to find 11 good ones. So as far as a brokerage goes, we have our reserve team, then we have our second team, then we have our first team, then we have substitutes. We have all these. I look at my first team as the best guys. Then I look at my substitutes, or my guys who are just waiting on the bench. That's that average to good. They might eventually be good, but they're not in the first team yet. And then you have the people that are in the academy, and guess what? They get a phone call one day and say, I'm really sorry, you're not good enough for Juventus. That's the way it goes. A lot of people get confused with real estate and think that this is just some job. This is the highest level of sales there is in the world. There isn't a more expensive sales job, really, when you think about it. What else could we be selling on this planet that isn't bigger than selling real estate in Dubai?
Totally agree.
So therefore, some people just aren't good enough, and that's the way life goes. It's very strange that some people think that the company should be blamed, because you're right. You said the top 300 have the same as the bottom 300, so therefore the bottom 300 just aren't good enough. It's not, and this is the problem some brokers tell themselves. They go, oh, but they get these leads and these get the. No person in my business, no person, not one person gets anything that anyone else doesn't. They don't get any. Every lead that we get is from Property Finder or Bayou. So they list the property, the calls come through. They don't get anything from me.
That's amazing.
So, it's very interesting, but that's how I've always thought about it, in that football analogy.
Are you still working as an agent or as an advisor?
No. I have done 0 deals since the day that we opened our business.
Whoa.
I don't, if I am focusing on a deal, then I'm not focusing on my agents. Everyone can say, yes, I do, no, I don't, but if I have none of my managers do any deals either. So if an agent goes to my manager and is asking them about a deal they're working on, but my manager is working on a deal, where do you think his head's going to be? He's going to be thinking about the deal he wants to close, not about how he can help agent A and B and C and D. So it's always been a very big rule for me, is if you're in management at White & Co, you do not do deals.
Amazing. Of course, you're handling the team, and through the deals of the team, what happened? You're making your money.
You're making your override, exactly. And I think it's very important that, because some companies, they do let managers do it, and that's okay. But I always think your attention, it can't be 100% on the agents. If you imagine they've got a deal on the go for 5 million, maybe $1 million commission. They're not thinking about anything apart from getting that deal through. And while they're thinking about getting that deal through, the agents aren't doing deals. So that's a really important thing to me.
Totally agree. Quick break to share some exciting news from DubaiView. Our boutique approach means we get exclusive first access to some of the Dubai's most remarkable properties. Just this month, we've added stunning new listings that aren't available anywhere else. Want to be first to know about these hidden gems? Visit our website for private consultation. Now, back to our conversation. How do you see currently the Dubai real estate market?
Very, very, very buoyant, very good. I don't see us having anything to worry about. I think that one problem that we have is uneducated brokers just putting, everyone's doing a video these days. Yeah. And one video says, don't invest here. Next video says, do invest here. Next video says, the market's about to go down. The next videos, there's people that don't even, there's people putting out videos about the tariffs in the US, and they have no idea what they're even talking about. They've literally ChatGPT'd something. They don't understand it. They're just reading from a script. And listen, at the end of the day, I understand everyone wants to do things for their brand. That's why I'm not saying any names. I'm just talking in generalities. But I think the biggest worry that we have is that you have people who can just start in this market at any time. There's 27,000 real estate brokers now. 27,000. And it's absolutely insane right now. And I did a bit of research recently, and I think it was up until this point in the year, 27,000 brokers with 54,000 sales, which means every broker could only sell 2 properties if every broker did a deal. But then I look at my company, I go, one broker did 8 deals, one broker did 6 deals. So I'm like, there's people out there doing 0 deals. Out of 27,000, I reckon there must be 5,000 that do deals. The other 22,000 are doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm saying every time, I don't know what they do in the evening, or if they are still in OnlyFans or some other stuff. I really don't know
money?
how the people are surviving 6 months. But this is what I had. I was now 5-6 days in Abu Dhabi. I checked a little bit the global market, checking what's going on in Abu Dhabi as well. And I talked with a local guy and I said, look, the biggest weakness what Dubai or Abu Dhabi or the whole Emirates have, we have nice projects, we have a nice ruler who have a big vision, but the biggest leak is the RERA, that the people becoming brokers.
The people coming in, yeah.
There are in Germany, I have to study for it. Yeah. I need a paragraph.
Yeah.
I have to go to school. I have to sign. I cannot go online. ChatGPT making the videos, giving the answers. Oh, I passed with 73 right answers. I get the BRN number. It's insane. So, and this is, I guess, where Dubai have to protect much more the investors, because in the end of the day, as a broker, you have a big responsibility. What I'm saying every time, it's not just the richness and the billionaires what the people are thinking about Dubai. There are people
who
they save more
savings.
than exactly the life savings, and now some influencer who before sold, I don't know, shoes or I don't know what, become a broker and now saying, this is the best investment, let's buy in without saying any developer name.
I agree.
And he lose all his money.
Yeah, and this is the market sentiment, but is the market strong? Right now, I think I look across the world and I see so many places where they don't know what direction they're going in. There's too much politics everywhere. Too much politics, slowing everything down. Too many red tape, we call it, to get through. Whereas in Dubai, it's like, we're going to do something, let's do it. We're going to do something, let's do it. I bumped into someone recently and we were talking about, NEOM in Saudi.
Yes.
And listen, I don't know much about NEOM, I'm going to be honest with you, but they said this, they went, yeah, that'll never get done, that's never going to get done. And I was just sitting thinking, you guys don't understand the way this world works. Like, someone in the UK telling me that Saudi can't do something, like, these guys, you wouldn't even understand what they're capable of. And let's see if it gets done. But I just think that Dubai, with the population growing, there is no way this market goes down. Supply versus demand. More people come to the market, there's not enough supply to keep up with the demand, the property prices increase. It's not complicated. We don't need to talk about tariffs. We don't need to talk about the dollar, how powerful the dollar is right now. We don't need to talk about crypto. None of that needs to be spoken about. Everyone they start going into all these things trying to look at how cool they can talk. Oh, but I think this, I think that. Very simply, are more people moving to Dubai than there's properties being created? Yes. So why would it move down? It will not move down. That will make rents go up. It will make sale prices go up. You don't need to talk about anything else. If suddenly the population starts balancing out and they can keep up with it, then there's conversations to be had. But until that point, why are we talking about it?
I guess it's as well a league of self-education, because now in these days everything is transparent. Everyone can check the bubble index. Everyone can make the market analysis. Everyone is talking Dubai is a bubble, Dubai is a bubble. But how can Dubai be a bubble if we are in place? If I don't remember, I checked last week, number 14.
Yeah.
So very down. There's Zurich, Switzerland. There is Milano, Italy.
London.
There are so many people, London, who everyone say, oh, it's a safe country. Everything is safe. Check there. You guys are in the bubble. If I checked Rome last time, I was 5 weeks ago in Rome. We talk about square meter prices of 15,000 euros per square meter. It's just ridiculous and insane. About some other countries, we don't have to talk about. The problem and the weakness, what I think, we in Dubai, we started with a very, very cheap square feet price.
Yeah.
So now we are becoming into a normal price, what it should be. But it's a huge gap that the people think, oh, it just can crash. But compare now our square feet prices, compare with other countries, still we are much more cheaper. Where are you getting for 5,000 euro in other countries seafront
it's
units?
Not happening. It's not happening.
It's not available.
And this is the thing is, I think you're very right there. When there wasn't as much demand as there is now, the square foot price was way lower. But now there's so much demand, they have to increase it. I mean, it only makes sense. Dubai, every developer is a business, and they've said, we're selling this, so why? And everything's selling out. So I don't think the developers have anything to worry about. And secondary market, I don't think we have anything to worry about. But what I'm saying is there will always be people that are looking at not from where the market is now globally. They look at where the market was and where it is now. My favourite is when we go to sell something and someone messages saying, yeah, but they only bought it for this. Yeah, but that's because they were smart. They bought it for, this is the price now. And I think that's something, it's very interesting seeing people who 3 years ago were telling us, we'll wait until the market goes down.
Yes.
That's my favourite. Every person in my phone, if I was an agent, and I'd go through my phone, I'd look for every person that said, I'm going to wait till the market goes down. And I'd be on the phone to them going, are we still going to wait? Or are you going to miss out on another opportunity? You know, because they missed out on, like we're talking about, they probably missed out on 100% ROI in the past 3-4 years. If they'd have bought something in the marina, if they'd have bought something on the Palm, if they'd have bought something off plan, they probably have missed out on close to 100% ROI. But hey, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, but there is as well, there is again the back of the league of the agents, because the new investors are talking with 4 or 5 agents. So then you have the agents who just want to get listings, where I say, why I should have 200, 300 listings on Bayut and Property Finder if they're overpriced? You will not sell it. You just take credits out of it.
Yeah.
It have to be the market. And this is the same. You can compare it with the investors that are using this, because the agent will say, oh, I want to hold this investors. It will be my first deal. Yes, I can get it for you for that price. Or no, that's overpriced. Or no, that's... They give them an emotion or feeling, hey, I can purchase such unit for that price, what will never be happen. And if the right professional agent is coming saying, hey, look, the market is not working like that, they are shocked. No, we will wait, we will wait. But it will not happen.
But this is the thing. If you're an investor, you should be looking at the facts and figures, not because an agent told you.
Yes.
And I think that any agent out there, I mean, they should be given over comparables. If you're an investor, a real seasoned investor, you don't pick up the phone to an agent and the agent goes, yeah, and you believe them. Every person, even if it was my best friend, if he told me, Calum, you should invest in this, I'd say, send me over it so I can have a look at it. They don't just go, yeah, no problem, I'll buy it. And this is the problem. We get so many people that come to us, and I'm sure everyone does, and they say, like, my favourite one is the amount of people that contact us for a distressed deal now. And I'm going, you don't think we have 500 people sitting waiting on a distressed deal? Like, if there are no distressed deals right now. If you find a distressed deal, it's gone in an hour. It's not like it takes no time to sell something below market right now. So yeah, it's just a very interesting market. But I mean, it's great for agents. It's also, might not feel it, but it's still great for buyers, because 10 years from now, they're going to turn around and go, I'm still glad I bought. But the problem is if you look at the square footage now versus 3 years ago, you're going to feel like, oh, I'm paying a premium, but you're not. If you buy now, you're going to get a premium. That's the difference.
I totally agree. Where do you see the off-plan market? Do you think off-plan market will still succeed in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I love the off-plan market. And I think that, the big thing is that we've not got a lot of homes handing over the next 2 years. A lot of homes are coming in 2027. So as much as it might look like we're selling a lot, or a lot of off-plan is being sold, there's not that many handing over to keep up with the population increase in the next 2026. Between now, we're 2025 now, and 2026. There's not that much coming. But then 2027, there's a big influx. But again, the population's grown by 8, 9, 10% per year right now. It's really tough to keep up with. And then you've got to ask yourself, how many of the properties handing over are villas?
Yes.
Because how many families are moving to Dubai now? It's very easy. A family with a husband, wife, and 2 kids, they probably don't want an apartment in the marina. They probably want to get a home, because they probably came from a home in the UK, probably have a house with a back garden and so on and so forth. So they're going to be looking at townhouse or villa communities. So you have to look at these sort of things, which I find really interesting. But yeah, I think the off-plan market has nothing to worry about. The projects that we see and the projects that we sell, they're selling out very quickly. And there's projects we're not involved in that are selling out very quickly. This isn't just, White & Co, the projects we work on. Almost everything in Dubai right now, as you know, is selling out. So the people that are sitting around going, oh, I'll maybe wait, oh, I'll see. All you're doing is adding money onto it when you eventually buy it. If you believe in something, you think it's going to be good right now, buy it.
What do you think about, many times is my most funniest question is, an investor is coming, seeing, wow, let's take the biggest developer or any developer. There's a new project coming into the launch. The project, and it's happened many times, the project is getting sold out in 24 or 48 hours. So the investor seeing, wow, there was many investors interested in such a project. I can flip that property very fast in 6 till 12 months. And finding an interested buyer. Do you think still flippings in 12, or what the meters here in Dubai is, flippings in 12 months, 15 months is working out?
Not as largely as it used to. So because the market is so strong right now, you're not going to get, see, a flip 3 years ago, you buy off plan, you hold for 6 months to 12 months, you could genuinely, and we've seen it happen, you could get 20 to 25%. Like, we saw it happen. We did it all the time. Some of our brokers would buy a property, hold it for 6 months, 9 months, and then sell it at a 20% premium. Like, we were doing that. But now it is more difficult because, like you said, the market shifted, as in the prices have increased a lot. So the entry point now into the market is higher than it ever was. I think there's still capabilities to hold on to something and sell it for a premium. I think, but now it's not a 6 months you need to hold. Now it's more like a year and a half, 2 years you need to hold. And the closer it gets to handover, the bigger the chance of getting a premium. But then if you're the seller, you just hold it till handover, and then that brings in all the mortgage buyers as well.
Yes.
Because for anyone that doesn't know, if a property is off plan, it's not completed. If it's not completed, the bank usually will not lend on it, which means that of the market, say 50% of purchases are with mortgages, you're missing out on all those people that can buy. So yeah, I think there's still a market for flipping. I think there's still a market for renovation, but just not as large as it used to be. It's a much smaller market for now.
So renovation for fix and flip, you mean?
Yeah, so a renovation as well. So example, say if you buy something on the secondary market for 2 million, you put 300,000 into it and you try and sell it. It's not as easy as it used to be.
No, that's
something that right now, it was very easy 3 years ago. Now it's very hard. It's not as easy. You need to do a very high quality handover. You need to do a very high quality finish. Everything in there needs to be up to scratch. It's not like it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I guess you have to check, because there we are on it. You have to check how you're entering apartments. Every time with a bad feeling for me, because I'm saying, if you're making the most beautiful apartment, but talking, let's say, for example, JBR Marina, you have a beautiful sea view or canal view. The apartment could be upgraded, very amazing, but the tower is very old, the amenities are very old, the elevator are very, very old. The investor most probably will tell you, Mario, the apartment is stunning, but the elevator is from the 90s. The pool, it's not more the nicest. I could not see myself in that tower, but I could see myself in the apartment, and you will struggle to resell it. Where I see the most opportunities is in villas, because, how you say it, there are not many villas. I was looking now for myself as well to move with my family to another community. Very, very hard to find something good. So there you see that still the market for villas are very, very interesting. And if you're checking Jumeirah Island, if you're checking Jumeirah Park, if you're checking Meadows, Emirates Hills, all that, Jumeirah Golf Estate, all that places, there are many old villas. But to upgrade it in a nice way, you need the right price to enter. So now currently, even the old villas have a huge price what the seller is expecting to get, who you can compare as well, that the new upgraded villa sometimes got sold for the same price like the old villa. And if you have if you're unexperienced and you purchase this old villa with the same price like upgraded villas on the market, and you put another $800,000 inside, then of course you will struggle to resell it. But I guess if you're getting a nice villa for a very good price and you know how to manage and upgrade it, still there's a good opportunity, because we Europeans, we don't want to go in this old villas inside. It's not our style. So they're looking for something new.
Absolutely.
So my last question is, what you would say to the investor who are coming now to Dubai, where they have to take care of, and what are the red flags in Dubai to don't step into mistakes?
Okay, so if you're moving to Dubai, I think if we talk about Dubai as a whole first, I think first of all, be prepared for, the crazy summers. With the weather, as we know, we were just talking about before the podcast started. I think the other day it was 46 degrees, which is crazy. I think that you don't need to worry about your safety. Dubai is the most safe place in the world. Like, it's crazy how this place operates, and I think it's really exciting to see that we've managed to keep this safe since 10 years I moved here. I've never ever felt unsafe. I've never seen a bad thing happen, really. I think when it comes down to real estate, which I suppose that's the main crux of it, make sure that you're dealing with an expert, a professional. There are a lot of people in Dubai who, and no companies being named, no people being named, but they're tour guides. They're not specialists. They don't specialize in finding you a property in a certain area. Now, there can be, our agents, example at White & Co, they're area specialists. But some companies don't have area specialists, and that's fine. But at least make sure that they're experienced. because they should be able to do every part of the job. They should be able to help you the whole way through. And, make sure you're getting facts that back up the feelings that this agent's telling you. Don't just listen to them going, yeah, this is the price, and then that's it, right? Send me over what's sold in the area. Send me over what's sold in the tower. Let me see that you're getting me a good deal. As far as brokers, if you go to any reputable company, they probably will have good brokers in there. The market, as much as the market allows a lot of people into it, you'll realize that there's probably a lot of people that exit the market very quickly. They just don't cancel their broker cards and things like that, so it overinflates it. Don't be scared of the prices just now. You don't think about what your entry is into the market. Think about what your exit is. Even if it's for a home that you're going to live in, you should be thinking about the exit. And if we follow the path of where the Dubai market is going, like, we're still severely, severely, severely undervalued. I mean, compared to London, compared to New York, compared to LA, compared to Monaco, Mumbai, all these places, like, Dubai price per square foot is so undervalued that, finding beachfront property, finding the size of square footage that we have. I went back to my home country recently, and I was looking at my house, and I was like, this is a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's like 900 square feet. But it's the same price as something in Dubai that would be 1,800 square feet, double the size. It's just something. And then you also look around the UK, the UK where I'm from, there's no en-suites, there's no bathrooms connected or anything like that. It's one toilet to share for the whole. It's just, Dubai's an amazing place. So, if you're looking to come here, make sure that you find a specialist and go from there.
Amazing. Calum, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure for having you here. I guess you gave a lot of insights to the audience. I appreciate your time.
No problem. Thanks, Mario.
Thank you.